Hey there, this is Gene Gann with the Chatham Journal newspaper. I'm here with Rick Tufts, the head brewer at the Triangle Brewing Company. They're having an event here at Tyler's today in Durham, and Rick's a Chatham County resident, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how he got interested in beer and how he and his partner Andy started this business. So Rick, what got you going this way?
Well, I started off home brewing when I was in graduate school in New Haven, Connecticut, and I moved down here and moved to Chatham County because my wife was from the area, and found that there weren't a lot of local beers in North Carolina. And we thought that it would be a great idea to promote and bring some new beers to this area, which seems to really be growing and has lots to offer in the craft industries.
So were you brewing beers at home before? I mean, brewing beers here up in Chatham County before you started? Or?
I was brewing at home, and then I was an apprentice brewer at Flying Fish up in New Jersey.
Okay.
And then I took some time off from work from UNC Hospital and decided to go up there, perfect my craft, to come back down here to offer some better beers and some new different flavors to this area.
Okay, and how many, the process once you decided to come up with the Triangle Brewing Company, I guess you didn't spend a long time coming up with that name, but, you know, when did you start your first batch?
Our first batch started in June of 2007. We opened officially on the 4th of July. So we've kind of going with this theme of Born on the 4th of July.
Okay.
And with the Triangle area, we're only servicing 4 counties right now, which is Chatham County, Orange County, Durham, and Wake County.
Okay, where in Chatham County can I get your beer, or can I not get it yet?
We have not. You can't get it yet.
Okay, where outside of Chatham County can we get it?
It can be, we're on at the Spotted Dog in Chapel Hill. We're on at Tupelo's in Hillsborough, here at Tyler's today, and lots of places in the Raleigh area.
So you're going to be at the Tyler's in Carrboro as well, or just the one here?
We hope to.
Okay.
We hope to, and we're hoping to move into some places in Chatham County real soon.
So what kind of volume are you folks doing right now? What's your beer taste like?
Currently, we only have one beer available, which is our Belgian Golden Ale. It's a crisp, light ale in color and body, but it's a Belgian style, so it has a lot of aromas to it that you might get some clove, some grapefruit or pineapple, and then it's got a real clean finish. But it's about 8% alcohol right now, so it's a big beer that it's crisp enough to quench your thirst in this hot 105-degree summer, but also high enough alcohol that it's going to be a nice warming effect in the winter.
And how did you hook up with Andy on this project?
Andy and I actually went to high school together in Connecticut. We were both, our fathers were in the Navy, so we moved around a lot, but ended up both in Ledyard, Connecticut, and played soccer together, and then went our separate ways, but reunited here in the Durham-Chatham area.
So did Andy also practice brewing, or?
No, his background is in restaurant institutional management. He's a graduate of ECU.
Okay.
Like I said, my wife brought me to here. His college brought him to this area, and we just happened to get back together to decide. We were thinking and looking at the beer scene, and there are some great local beers, but for the state, all the breweries are pretty well spread out. So we were looking to see, well, what actually is offered in the Triangle region, and it was pretty much people importing into this area. So we thought some new domestic styles would be a nice addition to this area.
So when you came up with the name Triangle Brewing Company, you're actually the only brewer besides, I guess, Carolina Brewery that makes beer here locally?
Yeah, Carolina Brewery and Cafe, and then the new brewery and grill in the Pittsburgh area,
right?
Which is a wonderful place. We are the only ones in this actual area. Holly Spring, there's another one, and then some in Raleigh. But in this area, and Top of the Hill and Chapel Hill are the only ones in this Triangle region.
And you mentioned you've got unique aroma and unique taste to it. If you've got a bud drinker, what's he going to find different about your beer?
That's an interesting question, because we've had lots of bud drinkers tasting it lately and giving us their honest opinions. Lots of them talk about it being a little bit more flavorful than bud. It catches them off guard with some of the sweetness, but the dry crisp is something that they've really warmed up to. And they tell us that they really can't taste the alcohol in it, which is nice, and that it's just real well balanced. It's something that we've converted more and more of some of the NASCAR crowd drinkers to it, and they've really enjoyed it.
Well, that's good to hear. Is this brew going to be kind of your mainstay and you're going to build around it, or is this a seasonal brew and you're going to be changing out ever so often? What's your game plan on that?
The Golden Ale, the Belgian Golden style, is going to be our flagship ale. We're looking in October, November to release our Abbey Double, which is another Belgian style, and then we're hoping to do about 2 more year-round beers and then start offering seasonals. Okay. But that could change a little bit. We might end up just doing 3 year-rounds and some seasonals, all depending on what type of response we get on some of the other beers.
Well, for somebody who may not be a beer drinker, what's the difference between a year-round beer and a seasonal? And why would you have seasonals if you have a year-round beer? Why do you offer that option?
Lots of seasonals that we're considering are things like some more heavier beers, like stouts and porters, which are wonderful to drink when the weather's cold. But drinking a thick, heavy beer in 100-degree weather isn't ideal, and it's not something that a lot of people are used to down here. So we're looking at, with seasonal beers, we try to tailor them towards the weather and the time of the year of more traditional brewing countries. So what we're looking at is our year-rounds can be enjoyed at any time of the year because of the type of balance that they have, but our seasonals are going to be more directed towards weather and the time of the year.
So your next season will be coming out in fall, or did you say winter?
Our next beer is going to come out in October and November, which will be our Abbey Double.
Okay.
Which is a very malty beer, which will be appropriate for that season, but it's also a great year-round beer.
Right. We're getting down to the last few minutes here. Are there any... What's your game plan for after this year or next few years? Where's Triangle Brewing Company headed?
Well, our goal is to continue to stay as local as possible. We really want to be the beer of the Raleigh-Durham, Chatham, Triangle region. Our goal is to increase our draft sales throughout this area and hopefully offer a production packaging line so people can find us in their local grocery store.
Okay. And you've got a website?
Yes, we do. It's www.trianglebrewery.com. It's a small website right now, but there's a link to our blog, which I update regularly and give a lot of information about how we built our brewery and the process of getting everything together and up and running.
So for folks in Chatham County, if they want to learn more about your company, they can go to Triangle Brewing Company, or is it trianglebrewing.com?
It's trianglebrewery.com.
Brewery.com, and they'll find the information. You've got a blog. So if I want to know when your next seasonal is coming on, or I should say your first seasonal beer is coming out, that's the place to go.
Absolutely.
Now, do you offer an email subscription so that people can be emailed when they're going to be ready?
We don't have that yet, but if people email me directly, I have been putting together a list that I've been mailing out information to people that have been contacting me.
All right. Well, we may have to convince Rick to join the chat list so that he can spread the news out there as well, since we've got 2,500 subscribers or close
Certainly.
to it. So, look, folks from Chatham County, happy to hear another person locally doing well, and we wish you the best of luck. Is there anything else? I mean, we're not interviewing Andy because he's not from Chatham County, but is there anything else that, why do you love living in Chatham County?
Oh, Chatham County's great. We're south of Chapel Hill, in between Pittsboro and Chapel Hill, and we just love the beautiful area. We love the people. We get enough of the city life, but enough of the country area, and just good, wholesome people that like things nice and local.
Great. Hey, Rick, thank you very much. This has been Gene Gowan with the Chatham Journal newspaper. Thank you.
Thank you.